Chapter 1. Introduction to Inmate Voices. The audiobook opens with a haunting chorus of inmate voices, each introducing themselves with raw honesty. "I'm Marcus, sentenced for robbery," says one, the weight of regret heavy in his tone. Next, a defiant laugh cuts through the air. "I'm Jenna, and I ain't ashamed. I fought back." Each voice paints a vivid portrait of their past, revealing the diverse tapestry of stories behind the stark walls of Silver Creek Penitentiary. The soundscape is alive, echoing with the distinct clang of cell doors and the murmurs of fellow inmates, setting the stage for the individual journeys that will unfold. The inmates' confessions linger in the air, mingling with the realization that they are more than their crimes. They are complex human beings navigating the consequences of their choices. As the chapter closes, listeners are left contemplating the depth of each story, inviting them to delve deeper into the lives that pulse behind the prison walls. Chapter 2. Day-to-Day Life. Overview. In this chapter, we immerse ourselves in the daily routines of Silver Creek Penitentiary, where time moves at a different pace. The day begins with the grating sound of the breakfast bell, echoing through the cold concrete corridors. Inmates shuffle into the cafeteria, exchanging stories and laughter over trays of unremarkable food. The hum of conversation melds with the rhythmic clinking of weights in the gym, where the scent of sweat and resolve fills the air. As inmates venture into the yard, we hear the distant shouting of basketball games, a much-needed distraction from their confinement. Each voice carries dreams of freedom, some finding solace in art or music. One inmate shares how painting has become a lifeline, channeling his emotions onto canvas. In this monotonous yet vibrant ecosystem, moments of creativity and connection punctuate the bleakness, revealing the resilience that thrives behind prison walls. Chapter 3. Moments of Connection. In the stark confines of Silver Creek Penitentiary, connection blossoms amidst the shadows. We meet Malik, a seasoned inmate with a wealth of life lessons etched into his skin, and Tony, a nervous first-time offender seeking guidance. The rhythmic sounds of the yard serve as their backdrop, where laughter mingles with the distant clang of weights. Malik takes Tony under his wing, offering solace in their shared struggles and dreams of freedom. Together, they navigate the harsh realities of prison life, longing for redemption and understanding. Malik imparts wisdom about resilience and the importance of choices, encouraging Tony to reflect on his own journey. Their heartfelt conversations reveal the transformative power of mentorship, where trust is built and bonds deepen. As their friendship flourishes, listeners are drawn into the warmth of human connection, a flicker of hope that challenges the coldness of incarceration. Chapter 4. Confronting the Past. In this chapter, Sarah, a former lawyer, shares her poignant journey from a life of privilege to incarceration. Through her candid reflections, listeners are drawn into the complexities of her story, which unfolds like a haunting tale of addiction and poor choices. As Sarah describes the moment her life spiraled out of control, the echoes of past decisions resonate, each word laden with regret and sorrow. With a backdrop of distant conversations and rhythmic sounds of prison life, Sarah's narrative reveals the societal and personal pressures that led her to Silver Creek. Her emotional struggle illustrates the clash between who she was and who she became. In this intimate exploration, Sarah grapples with the reality of her choices, acknowledging her pain while seeking understanding and accountability. Listeners are invited to empathize with her search for forgiveness, both from herself and those she has hurt, as she confronts the shadows of her past in the hope of reclaiming her future. Chapter 5. Redemption through Creativity. In the heart of Silver Creek Penitentiary, the atmosphere shifts as the inmates prepare for a long-anticipated talent show, a night dedicated to showcasing hidden talents and personal stories. The sounds of nervous laughter and whispered encouragement fill the air, interwoven with the strumming of makeshift instruments and the rustle of paper containing heartfelt poetry. Each performance transforms into a cathartic release, allowing inmates to express their pain, dreams, and aspirations. Malik steps into the spotlight, sharing a poignant poem that reflects on loss and hope, earning thunderous applause from his fellow inmates. Next, Tony, inspired by Malik, performs an original song about resilience, his voice trembling yet powerful. The stage becomes a sanctuary, bridging their past mistakes with a newfound sense of purpose. Through creativity, the inmates discover a profound connection to one another, igniting sparks of redemption that illuminate their darkened paths and remind them of the strength of the human spirit. Chapter 6. Family Ties. In this poignant chapter, inmates at Silver Creek Penitentiary reflect on the profound impact of incarceration on their family relationships. The sounds of ringing phones and muffled conversation fill the air, punctuated by the emotional weight of their words. Each inmate shares their unique experiences with loved ones outside the prison walls, painting a vivid picture of longing and separation. As Malik speaks, his voice cracks with emotion while recalling the strained relationship with his daughter, whose visits became fewer over the years. He describes the bittersweet joy of hearing her voice during phone calls, reminding him of the life he hopes to rebuild. Tony, inspired by Malik, opens up about his guilt over missing family milestones, revealing a deep desire to make amends. Amidst the sorrow, the bonds forged through love and regret highlight the resilience of these relationships, underscoring the universal need for connection, one that persists even behind bars. Chapter 7. Facing Reality. In the dim light of the Silver Creek Common Area, the air is thick with anxiety as inmates gather to discuss their impending parole hearings. The clatter of plastic chairs and hushed whispers envelop the room, a stark contrast to the palpable tension that hangs in the air. Each inmate shares personal stories of hope, trepidation, and the weight of their past decisions. Malik opens up about his fear of returning to a world that has moved on without him, while Tony recounts the dark moments that led him to this place. Sarah reflects on how her addiction stole her opportunities and family, echoing the regrets that delve deep into her core. As they confront their histories, the soundscape shifts, heartbeats quicken, breaths hitch, and emotional connections forge amongst them. Together, they navigate the uncertain path ahead, united by a shared yearning for second chances and the simple hope of freedom. Chapter 8. The Weight of Regret. In this poignant chapter, the inmates of Silver Creek Penitentiary confront the heavy burden of regret that shadows their lives. Through intimate diary entries, they reveal the haunting memories of poor choices and missed opportunities. Voices blend as one inmate recalls the moment that changed everything, a split-second decision that led to a life sentence. Another shares a heart-wrenching story of a loved one lost, lamenting the time stolen by incarceration. The atmosphere grows dense with unspoken pain, layered with the sound of deep breaths and quiet sobs. As each story unfolds, the weight of regret transforms into a collective ache, reminding listeners of the fragility of life. Yet amid these reflections, threads of hope emerge, illustrating the desire for personal redemption. This chapter serves as a sobering reminder of the impact of decisions made in darkness, setting the stage for the light of redemption that will follow. Chapter 9. A Shift in Perspective. In this pivotal chapter, the echoes of change resonate as Silver Creek Penitentiary welcomes a group of local volunteers dedicated to mentorship. With a mix of apprehension and curiosity, inmates recount their initial thoughts, some skeptical, others hopeful for the new opportunities that lay ahead. The volunteers, ranging from professionals to former inmates themselves, bring fresh perspectives and invaluable skills to share. They conduct workshops on conflict resolution, employment readiness, and life skills, fostering connections that blur the lines between incarceration and society. Through intimate testimonies, inmates express gratitude for the genuine interest shown by these mentors, igniting a spark of possibility in their otherwise constrained existence. This chapter reveals transformation not only in the inmates, but in the volunteers as well, as they learn the power of forgiveness and understanding. As personal stories intertwine, the inmates embrace the notion of second chances, unearthing hope in the darkest of places. Chapter 10. Building Skills for the Future. In this chapter, the sound of inmates at Silver Creek Penitentiary fills the air with purpose as vocational training sessions unfold. Listeners are transported to classrooms adorned with handmade crafts where inmates engage in various skill development programs, ranging from woodworking to computer coding. The rhythmic tapping of tools complements the voices of inmates reflecting on their newfound abilities. David, a former mechanic, shares how learning to repair appliances has ignited a spark of hope within him, while Maria recounts her journey in the culinary arts program, dreaming of one day opening her own restaurant. Through their stories, inmates convey a sense of pride and possibility, as these skills offer glimpses of life beyond bars. The atmosphere buzzes with excitement, showcasing that education and personal growth can flourish even in the unlikeliest of circumstances, illuminating a path toward redemption and reintegration into society. Chapter 11. Bonds Beyond Bars. In this chapter, we delve into the profound friendships forged within the confines of Silver Creek Penitentiary, illustrating the innate human need for connection and support, even in the harshest of environments. Narrative. As the clamor of daily life in prison fades into the background, listeners are introduced to the stories of inmates who have developed deep, lasting friendships. Conversations echo in the common area as laughter punctuates the serious undertones of their respective plights. Malik and Tony, alongside other inmates, share anecdotes of solidarity, how they've relied on one another during moments of despair. The chapter highlights their shared experiences during lockdowns and the small victories that bind them closer, such as completing a difficult book together or sharing meals during special occasions. These bonds emerge not just as lifelines, but as profound reminders of resilience and humanity, resonating with the realization that, even behind bars, they can create families among friends. Chapter 12. Finding Inner Peace. In the quiet corners of Silver Creek Penitentiary, amidst the clamor of daily life, inmates discover solace through mindfulness and meditation. The chapter opens with the soft sounds of breathing exercises, interspersed with echoes of tranquility. Inmates share their journeys toward inner peace, revealing the importance of these practices in navigating the chaos of prison life. Through heartfelt testimonials, we meet Michael, who describes his transformation from anger to calm by focusing on the present moment, while Lisa recounts how guided imagery helps her escape the confines of her cell. In hushed tones, they discuss the significance of mental health, breaking down the stigma surrounding emotional struggles. As the chapter unfolds, the harmonious blend of their voices forms a collective affirmation. Even within the prison walls, it's possible to cultivate peace, resilience, and a deeper understanding of oneself. By embracing mindfulness, they not only cope with their circumstances, but also nurture the hope for brighter tomorrows. Chapter 13. The Final Reflection. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the concrete yard, a group of inmates gathers for a final reflection session. The air is thick with a sense of camaraderie and shared experience. Voices blend together, forming a chorus of stories filled with laughter and sorrow. Malik starts, recounting the pivotal moments that shaped his journey and the friendships that blossomed within these walls. Tony, inspired by Malik's guidance, speaks of newfound hope, grateful for the lessons learned amidst adversity. Sarah shares her bittersweet revelations, acknowledging how her time in Silver Creek has transformed her understanding of regret and redemption. Together, they contemplate the bonds forged in their struggles and the moments of vulnerability that have brought them closer. With hearts open, they affirm their commitment to carry these lessons into the outside world, reminded that resilience, understanding, and human connection are the keys to their ongoing journey of healing and redemption.